Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for part 2 of the Q&A, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, first question. I train in taekwondo and I'm preparing for a rank testing, and the one requirement is I have to pass a physical test, perform a certain number of push-ups, hold plank, etc. My question is, if I'm trying to improve my push-ups and plank, is it best to just do push-up and planks, or would it be better to achieve these goals by following a decent full body weight training program? Well, I would generally recommend appropriate strength training. Right? It doesn't matter what your endeavor is, get on appropriate training. Now, if you're a rank novice, yes, a full body program. If you're not a novice, I recommend, particularly for someone who's going to do anything remotely athletic, and I think we could say taekwondo absolutely counts as something athletic. I don't think any reasonable person can disagree with that. But I mean athletic even if you play tennis or pick up games of basketball. Okay? Conjugate. Run conjugate. 4-day conjugate. Upper lower. It's what I program. It's what I recommend. That being said, let's talk about specificity of training. You need to be doing both. If you need to get generally strong and powerful, you need to be on a proper strength training program. Hands down. It will carry over to your planks and push-ups. If you are stronger all the way around, right? If you're stronger all the way around, obviously things like push-ups and planks are going to be easier. I would recommend that you practice specifically for your thing. Now, here's what I would say. Practice for your minimums. No junk volume. In other words, if this thing requires you to do 50 push-ups, practice doing 50 push-ups in the time frame for which they are requiring it. No, I don't recommend silly stuff like a rep goal. Like if they tell you you have to do 50 push-ups straight, I don't recommend you divide it up. You need to learn to do one all-out set of push-ups and hit at least 50. Here's what I will also say. If you're only going to be tested for 50, there's no point in you training more than 50 in training. That's your minimum number. That's what you train for. And if you just get stronger and good at push-ups, you'll probably do better than that when you actually have to push it, when it's tested. Same thing for your planks, everything else. Train with exact specificity for your sport-specific needs, and do conjugate for your general strength and power. Right? Works very well. Your specificity would be to actually practice and perform exactly, identically what you're going to be tested on. Right? So if you're going to be tested on your 5K, run conjugate and go run 5Ks. Right? You don't run 6K. If you're going to be tested on 5K, don't run 6K, run 5K. You're going to be tested on 50 push-ups, practice doing 50 push-ups. All right, next question. Hey, Jason, how can I make my abs super strong and thick? What are your thoughts on extension-based lower back pain? Ever since I started doing flexion-based ab work, my lower isn't sore anymore and not getting frequent cramped up that it used to be. Thanks. How do you get thick like peanut butter, the good kind of fat? You just train your abs. Will strong abs help protect your low back? Yes. Is it everything for your low back? No, you need to strengthen your low back also. Okay? You need to be doing back extensions of some type. It's just good mornings, reverse hypers, all that stuff. That's what I recommend. If you're not doing good mornings at the minimum, then you clearly have not been listening to my channel. So hopefully you're doing those. But how do you get your abs super strong and thick? By doing ab work in addition to all that stuff. I'm a big fan of standing band crunches. And I like hanging leg raises. Okay? Those are what I prescribe. That's what I recommend. I'm not saying you can't do other ab work. I like those. They're very effective. Right? They're very effective, particularly towards your squat and deadlift. So get enough bands, hook enough bands over a chin-up bar, and put a towel over your shoulder so the bands don't dig in. and do high rep bands. You can do sets of 20, you can do sets of 50, sets of 100. Whatever the various band tensions that you have to work with allow you to get to. Now, if you can get real heavy with the bands, you can get down to a weight that's fairly lower. That's probably better for overall strength. But all of it works. All of it works. Hanging leg raises. Same thing. Start by doing knee ups, right? To where you have a bent knee until you get strong enough to do them with a straight leg. You get strong enough where you can do 15 to 20, you could learn to find a way to tie weight around your ankles in some way. I like chains for that. Wrap chains around your ankles. Right? If you're a serious strength athlete, you probably have some chains. And if not, then you use the same chain you probably use for your weighted chins, weighted dips, all that. You can wrap that around your ankles and hang a little tiny little weight plate or a small dumbbell. Okay, easy enough. Now, like with anything else, the question becomes how many sets? You don't need that many. If you're doing more than about 10 sets a week for your abs, you're really not getting that good a quality. You know what? Just like with any other muscle, you're getting a lot of ab work with all your big lifts. Get in and do 5 to 10 really good hard sets of heavy ab work, pretty much to failure, every week. Care whether you do it all on Wednesday or whether you spread it out over 2 or 3 days. That will get you what you want. Your abs will get strong and thick. All right, next question, and possibly last question of the week. Shoulders, sometimes on bench, and knees click or pop when doing squats with no pain or discomfort. Is it something to worry about? If it is, what can be done about it? Shoulder clicking and popping is going to be a little bit different potentially. If you're getting a bunch of shoulder clicking and popping, worst case, go get it looked at by a doctor. Okay? When in doubt with something like shoulders. However, here's what I'm going to say. If it's pain-free, there's no pain, there's no discomfort, right? No pain or discomfort, probably not a lot to worry about. Okay? But, like I said, when in doubt, go talk to a doctor. Notice I said doctor, not a physical therapist. So people are going to realize I'm not a super big fan of physical therapy for a number of reasons. Not a big fan. Not discarding it completely. I just notice for lifters, it oftentimes, let me put it this way. Clients of mine who've gone to physical therapists have not gotten the best results. They come back to me and we just get them stronger at certain movements, like barbell movements, fix their hips and other stuff, and then oftentimes their problems start disappearing. The physical therapist couldn't cure with 37 million sets of bands and hip circles. But I digress back to the point. Knees doesn't seem to be a concern. The prevailing hypothesis, to my knowledge, and it may have changed in recent years, is that when you get the popping in your knees, it's like nitrogen bubbles supposedly in the joint. To my knowledge, sports doctors have said it's harmless. This is going off what I've heard over the years. It's fairly common in a lot of people. It doesn't seem to be a problem. Doesn't seem to be a problem. It's just supposedly like nitrogen bubbles, little air bubbles in the knee popping. Okay? Not a big deal. Particularly if it's pain-free. If it's pain-free or discomfort-free, I would not worry about it. Okay? That's the main thing. Now, if you're getting pain, like real pain, I don't mean a little bit of burning, a little inflammation, a little discomfort from training, because that's normal. If you're getting actual sharp pains of any type, well, that's the point where it is time for you to consult a doctor. Okay? Consult a doctor at that point. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.